What's going on, everybody? Steve V here with another video. I hope everybody's doing well out there. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little Wrestlemania. It's Wrestlemania weekend. I'm a huge pro wrestling fan, so this is a very exciting time for me. It's a two-night event, April 1st and April 2nd. So we got quite a few matches to talk about. I'm going to talk about each match and kind of give you guys my predictions of who I think is going to win. I think it's going to be a pretty good WrestleMania, so let's talk about these matches. I hope you guys enjoy. So welcome back to the channel. So we're going to start by talking about night one. I got the card there on the side, and as you guys can see, the first match that's scheduled is the four-way tag team match. So we got the Viking Raiders, the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Now, all four teams are pretty good. Braun Strowman and Ricochet are obviously a team that was kind of thrown together, but they're making it work. And I feel like this is going to be a pretty good match. But in the end, I'm hoping the Street Profits win, but that's not actually my prediction. My prediction is that the Viking Raiders are actually going to win, and I think some stuff's going to go down with the Street Profits, and I think Angelo Dawkins is actually going to turn on Montez Ford. Montez Ford is a star and should be a singles wrestler. When we saw what he did in the Elimination Chamber, it proved the point that this guy is somebody that can really stand on his own 2 feet and really become a champion. Now, I love the Street Profits and I love them as a team, but I just think that at some point they will break up, and I think it's going to actually happen at Mania. So the next match we're going to talk about is Rey Mysterio versus Dominick Mystero. Now, this is a match I'm really looking forward to. This story has been kind of a slow burn. Rey basically refusing to hit Dominic. It's actually very reminiscent of the Undertaker and Kane storyline back in '97, where, Kane was really egging on Taker to actually hit him, and Taker didn't do it until finally things just got too far. And that's kind of what's going on with this. And what ended up being too far was obviously Dominic started talking some garbage to his mom and sister. And once he told his mom to shut up, that was kind of it. Rey came, gave him the old clock in the head, and we got a match. So I honestly think this is going to be a really great match. I actually think Dominic might come in with a lowrider and kind of summoning Eddie a little bit, and basically playing to the fact that he was kind of hoping Eddie was his dad, at least in storyline, right? And kind of we're seeing him kind of grow his hair out like Eddie, and so I feel like they're going to kind of work that into the storyline. Dominic has really become a great heel, and I think he's actually going to beat Rey. That's my prediction. But I think he's going to beat him by cheating. I really think he's going to kind of take up that Eddie character, the lie, cheat, and steal. So I think Dominic's going to come out with the win, and I think he's going to continue on this great heel run that he's been on and kind of pave a way on his own, and maybe stop kind of using the Mysterio name and just kind of use Dominic. So we'll see what happens, but either way, I think it's going to be a great match, and I think we're going to see a lot of tributes to Eddie, and Dominic's going to take this one. So the next match we're going to talk about is Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, the one thing that's really shocked me is how great Logan has been in the ring. I mean, people can say whatever they want about Logan. I understand, the whole YouTube thing and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you can't deny that this guy's a natural in the ring. And he's learning under Shawn Michaels. So that kind of tells you right there. He's learning from the best. And obviously, Seth Rollins is an amazing wrestler. So I really think this is going to be a phenomenal match. I'm going to obviously give it to Seth. I think Seth is going to win this match. But I think we're going to see maybe like a 5-star match. I think we're going to see some amazing wrestling. I think Logan's going to do some stuff where we're just going to be like, what? I can't believe it. And Seth always delivers in that department too. So I think it's going to be a 5-star classic, and Seth Rollins will win that match. So the next match we're going to talk about is Trish, Becky, and Lita versus Damage Control. This is going to be a match where, with Trish and Lita in the mix, I mean, I think it's a dream come true for all these girls participating to be in the ring with those two. Though they have been in the ring with them in the past in like, Royal Rumbles and stuff like that. Just the fact that they're going to be having this 3-on-3 match, I think it's going to be really cool for all the girls involved. Obviously, Trish and Lita are legends. Becky's becoming a legend in her own right. So I think they're going to win this match. But I think Damage Control is definitely going to make a statement. And, I mean, at the end of the day, you never know. They might somehow cheat and get the victory. But if I were to kind of bank on it, I think it's going to end kind of in a feel-good moment with Trish, Lita, and Becky taking the win. Here's another match that I'm really looking forward to. The tag team match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. I mean, this Bloodline storyline has been phenomenal. Some of the best storyline work we've seen in WWE for a while. Now, me personally, I actually thought this should have closed night one, but if it is somewhere in the middle of the card, like it's shown on this card here, that's okay too. I get it, because there's definitely some matches after this that will kind of, hold some prominence as far as matches to look forward to, but I really do think this is one of the matches that everybody's looking forward to. Now, with Sami Zayn kind of being involved with the Bloodline, and then obviously getting turned on because of the fact that he wouldn't hit Kevin Owens with the chair. I mean, it's such a great storyline, and so many like great details, and just like the way everyone's kind of played their part. It's just been phenomenal. So obviously, I'm hoping it's going to kind of end with a feel-good moment of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn winning the tag team titles at WrestleMania. I mean, it could really go either way. But I think my prediction is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get that great moment as, friends that came up from the beginning, finally winning, these titles at WrestleMania and having this tremendous moment that we're going to be talking about for years to come. And obviously the Usos have been, on their game lately. So I know they're going to really deliver in the match and make this match a match to remember. So if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn do win, I mean, it's going to be after a great match. So that's my prediction. I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will take this one. So the next match we're going to talk about is the Smackdown Women's title match. This is Charlotte Flair going against Rhea Ripley. Now, in my opinion, this is the women's match that everyone's kind of looking forward to. But I do feel like they kind of dropped the ball with the storyline a little bit. I don't feel like they really added a lot to it to kind of get us excited for this match. I think we're just excited for this match because of the fact that it's Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Like, just their names kind of really, kind of carry this match and really hold it high. But it definitely could have been a little more intense if they just kind of built it a bit better. Either way, I think Rhea Ripley's going to get her moment. She's going to win the belt at Mania, and that's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be happy with because she's truly a star. I think she's really the top female star in the company right now, in my opinion, and really deserves to be champion. She's become must-watch TV with this whole thing with Dominick, so maybe Dominick might kind of get involved in the match somehow, but at the end of the day, I do think Rhea's going to take it, and that's going to leave a lot of people pretty happy. So what seems to be the main event of night one is going to be John Cena versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title. I was actually shocked to see this because I thought this was the match that was going to be starting night one, but it looks like it's going to be the main event. And that's fine because John Cena is obviously a huge name. He's coming back to go against Austin Theory, who's kind of the future of the WWE. That's kind of the way he's being kind of portrayed right now. And they are kind of cut out of the same cloth as far as what Cena was at the beginning of his career. They kind of are coming up the same way where, Cena was kind of thrown right in there at the beginning, but he kind of had that clean cut kind of look to him. And Theory was kind of that too when he started. Now we're kind of seeing him get a little bit of an edge. He's even kind of changing his look a little bit with the facial hair. So I think what's going to happen in this match is we're going to see the future kind of come on top. I think we're going to see Austin Theory beat John and retain that U.S. title. And I think it's going to be something that is really going to add that momentum that Theory needs. I mean, Theory's already kind of coming up. So I do think Austin Theory is going to beat John Cena and retain that U.S. belt, and there's going to be kind of a passing of the torch. As you guys know, Theory was Vince's guy. When Triple H kind of went in charge of the creative, they kind of, made Theory lose a lot. They kind of wanted to repackage him, I guess, and make him a little bit more serious. So that's what they did. They made him lose, and then they started rebuilding him again. And even, like I said, to his look and stuff like that, he just looks like a more serious threat and more of a serious wrestler to kind of pay attention to. So I think Cena is really going to give him that extra little thing to really bring him up there and really make him the star that WWE really sees him as. Then it'll kind of be sky's the limit for where they kind of go from there. So that's night one. Let's talk about night two. Okay, so let's talk about night two of WrestleMania, which is Sunday, April 2nd. We got some phenomenal matches to talk about as well. So let's start with the four-way women's match. This is going to be starting the card, just like the men started night one. So we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. We have Ronda Rousey and Baszler. We have Natty and Chauncey. And then we have Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Now this match was kind of strained out on Raw because we knew 3 of the 4 teams. We were waiting to kind of find out that last team. And it ended up being Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Now, I actually think they're probably going to give it to Rhonda and Baszler. I don't really have any reason why in particular I feel that way. It's just a gut instinct. So that's who I think is going to probably take that match. Now, the next match we're going to talk about is Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Now, this is probably the most Vince McMahon match out of them all. You could tell that he definitely had his fingers involved in this one. It was kind of a cluster up to this point. There was rumors that Brock was going to go against Lashley, and then when that didn't really work out, there was rumors that he was going to go against Bray, but then Bray was supposed to be going against Lashley, and that kind of fizzles out, and now he's going against Omos. Supposedly, Brock is leaving the company after this. So, if I were WWE, I would have Brock win this match, because you've invested so much in Brock. Even though he's leaving, at some point he's going to come back. So that's who I would have win. But I think they're actually going to give it to Omos. I actually think that's a mistake. I don't feel like they're really doing anything with him, and I don't think they will do anything with him. I think the only reason he's there is because of his height, and I just don't see a future with Omos. So if they make him beat Brock, I just feel like that's kind of a fail on their part. I do think Brock should take the win, even though he's leaving. But my prediction, unfortunately, is that Omos is going to take this one. So the next match we're going to talk about is the Hell in a Cell, Edge versus Balor. Now this one I'm really excited for because there's rumors that Edge is going to kind of come out to the Brood thing again, and Guerrero might be involved. Gangrel, which I'm a big fan of Gangrel. I used to love him back in the day. So to have him come out with Edge or get involved in the match, I think that would be really cool. Obviously, we know Judgment Day is going to be involved as well. But the whole point of the Hell in a Cell is to kind of keep the wrestlers in the ring. But we know that's not going to happen. It's going to get pretty chaotic. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. I think Edge is going to beat Balor. But at the end of the day, I think both guys will deliver a great match. And just having the Judgment Day involved, because they've really been on fire lately. And again, having a legend like Guerrero kind of involved. I just think it's going to be a really cool match. And we're going to get like a bit of an entertainment spectacle. And that's what WWE is all about, right? It's about combining wrestling and entertainment. And I think we're going to get it in this match. So then we got the Intercontinental title match. Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. This by far is going to be the most hard-hitting match of any match at WrestleMania. I'm actually really excited for this one. I really feel like WWE has really brought that Intercontinental title back up to where it should be. That was my favorite title growing up. I mean, if you had the Intercontinental title, number one, you were a phenomenal wrestler. And number two, there was potential to go for the WWE title down the line. So I really feel like they're kind of bringing it back to that status. And the guys that they have in this match definitely deserve to be in the match. I'm really looking forward to this match. I hope Drew McIntyre wins. That's kind of my hope. But I think my actual prediction is that Gunther is going to retain the Intercontinental title. So then we have the Raw Women's title match. Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Two phenomenal ladies that just really deliver in the ring. The character that Asuka's playing right now, I really feel has potential to be something special. But I just feel like WWE isn't really getting it right now. She's kind of just coming out, having that shit kind of coming out of her mouth to intimidate. You know, it is what it is. But I do feel like there's potential for something. And that's why, even though I love Bianca Belair, I really feel like Asuka is going to beat her in this match. And my prediction is that Asuka is going to become the new Raw Women's Champion. So now we got the main event of all main events. We have Roman Reigns going against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now this is a WrestleMania match if I've ever seen one. And the dominance that Roman Reigns has really shown over the last couple of years. It's just been a perfect slow burn of a storyline. And then obviously Roman with the bloodline, and then Cody coming from AEW and kind of, you know, coming with the star power that he kind of made for himself in the Indies and in Ring of Honor and, you know, AEW. It's not the Cody that we knew from the past in WWE. This is a new and improved Cody that, you know, believes in himself and is really the American dream, no pun intended, but, you know, kind of carrying on the mantle of his dad and finally, hopefully, claiming that WWE championship that his dad never won. But Roman being as dominant as he is, and the fact that still in kind of the dark, we know that there is a potential Roman versus Rock match in the future. That's kind of something that I think was supposed to happen at this Mania. It just didn't work out. But I do feel like that's still in the cards at some point. I'm really going back and forth on who's going to win this match. On paper, it seems like it should be Cody, right? He's kind of the guy that could beat Roman and it would make sense. And then Cody could go on to have a great championship reign. But Roman being as dominant as he is, and really the potential of him maybe going against The Rock sometime next year, you know, The Rock would be the perfect person to beat him as well because he's obviously attached to that family and the bloodline. And Roman saying that he's the head of the table and really carrying all the weight of the family. We obviously know The Rock is carrying just as much weight, if not more, because he's wrestling every now and then, obviously part-time, but making movies, and obviously we see him always post about kind of taking care of the family and buying houses and cars. And so it just seems like something that on paper would be a great match and something that would really make sense as far as Roman kind of losing finally and The Rock carrying that championship. But right now, with this match being the match that's going on at Mania, and Cody with all the momentum that he has, this is a tricky one. I'm very undecided, but this video is about me giving predictions, so I have to predict somebody. I'm gonna take a crazy guess here that Roman is actually gonna retain the WWE Championship or the Unified Championship. And he's going to end up kind of holding it until he meets The Rock. That's my prediction. But I could be wrong. I think the chances are very high that could go 50-50. But I think we might be surprised. I think Roman might actually keep the belt. And if he does, that's something that will definitely have a lot of people talking and a lot of people shocked. So I'm cool with either or. But my prediction is Roman's going to retain. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me kind of previewing each match and kind of giving my predictions of who I think will win each match. It's going to be a great Mania, but the match that I'm really excited for is Roman versus Cody. And the fact that I was so back and forth and not really knowing what could happen, that really has me excited. I feel like wrestling right now is really at a resurgence, and Things are getting really exciting again. So really looking forward to this Mania. I hope you guys enjoyed both days. And I look forward to having a little chatter with you guys in the comments. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy Mania. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.